What's up, guys? Welcome to Chapter 4, Part 5 of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We're in Junon, doing the second Fort Condor battle. The last episode we ended at a cut midway, like towards the end of the battle. We ended up winning it though. So in this video we're going to do the other two Fort Condor battles, knock that out, and we're going to end up doing most of the rest of the world intel in this one.
You fool! Huh? What is the meaning of this?
Captain! Wait! Don't leave without us!
Welcome back to reality, everyone. Oh, it seems you've returned empty-handed.
Sorry, kid.
Don't be. I wish I could have done more, but there was so much interfering. We're dealing with a powerful energy source. Powerful enough to call current models into question.
Hey, Chadley, I think I heard the captain call the proto-relic his treasure or something. You know anything about that?
Sadly, no. While I could offer theories, I require more data to speak with confidence. I can, however, inform you of the relic's location. Let's head there next.
So the third Fort Condor battle is just over here.
Fort Condor portal confirmed. Now then, let us risk life and limb to discover the truth of this phenomenon.
Yeah! Wait, no! What happened to the proto-relic? Ain't that what we came for? Now then, if I were a proto-relic...
For the first three Fort Condor battles, this is the third one out of 4. You're okay if you want to use the balanced sets, the balanced offensive and defensive sets. But the last one, I use offensive focused sets.
Does he really?
And on hard mode, the same thing, because
If he does, then
on hard mode it's not that easy. The first one's not too bad, and the second one's like in the middle, but the last two are definitely tough.
What do you mean? We're nothing more than pieces in
And if you just sit back on defense, it's not going to be enough to win on hard.
To play with us.
But all of that changed when the captain showed up. Ever since that day, we've been able to move around under our own power. I've never felt so alive. And it's all thanks to the captain.
Without him, we're as good as dead.
So how should we handle this?
I don't think we can get the proto-relic back without the captain. Yeah, we gotta help him.
Always look what the opponent is using. So they have 3 red units, which means we definitely want more blue units. And then the other ones are a mixed bag, so you can either go with Barret or Tifa. The green troops are good at range. The red troops are good at melee. They're your best offensive troops. Blue are your best defensive troops. So they only have 9 troops they're gonna throw at you, but you want to wait until they get into. Yeah, I threw that guy out too early. I don't know why I did that. You want to wait till they're more in your territory, so you have your turrets, whatever you want to call them, also firing at the enemies. Yeah, like I had my guy cross the center line. That was. Yeah, I'm not playing good this round. I don't know if I win this one. I'm playing too fast. Sucky thing about doing the audio afterwards, I figured out how to do the audio while I'm making the videos now, but when I did chapter 4, I'm having to edit the audio afterwards, and the screen is very small, more than half of it, like, you don't really see it. I have a big TV at 55 inch, so, but only about 13 inches of the actual play screen is what I'm able to see. So it says he's out of troops, but he still has troops coming down the lanes afterwards, so I'm not really sure why they say that. I said this in a previous video, but if you ever played Clash Royale before, the mobile game, you basically want to play the same way that you play that game, which means let your enemies come to you and then gang up on them while they're next to your turrets. A lot of times you can put 2 units down at once by the time they get there, so yeah, there's no way I win this, so I apologize for the last couple minutes. You could fast forward to the next one if you want. It'll probably be at about 9 minutes into the video. Yeah, like it's way too late. There's only 20 seconds left. You want to make your last move, like your real push, at about 1:10 left on the clock. If you make it any later than that, you're really gonna, it's gonna come down to the wire whether you're able to take out their middle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I switched to an offensive focus. And I think I stay with that for this one, part 4, and all the hard mode matches. Have some Dragon Ball Super on in the background. That was a great show. I like Dragon Ball Super better than Dragon Ball Z. I didn't think it was that good. The trebuchets are really good. The only thing about them is they don't add to your yeah, sorry. So the trebuchets, they come in really handy, especially if you could get their troops like kind of stuck in the middle. If you have your troops meet them halfway, like that one shot took out more than half of that giant's health. They fire very slow, that's the one downside. But if you can get the enemies bunched up in the middle there, it's very, very efficient. Yeah, if I put that cleric down like about 4 seconds earlier, I would have been in really good shape. Yeah, now it's not looking good at all. Not sure if I win this one. It doesn't look like I'm going to. Yeah, there's only 50 seconds left. It's, I don't know, it doesn't look good. I don't remember if I win this one. I don't think so. And I apologize. If I want to skip to the next one again. But you can learn from my mistakes. That way you only have to play through these ones. So there's an outside chance I could win if that left turret would go down already. Those other troops start attacking. Come on, get there. Oh, actually, we get it. Yeah, it has to be it. Nice. 5 seconds left. Yeah, see, I made my push right around 110. That seems to be like the magic number.
My darling hero. Hey, hands off, Buttercup.
Gilgamesh has a lot of weird outfits in Ford Condor. I really like what they did with the design. Making them look like their old polygon selves. The first time I saw that, I was like, oh man, this game is fucking great.
This treasure is mine, and mine alone. Never would I allow you knaves to claim it.
I was one of the people that wasn't like too psyched about them changing anything about the original game. But then when I saw a remake, I wasn't really crazy about it all, to be honest. But Rebirth was amazing. I don't think there's any denying that, really. It's just a great game. And in a way, I'm kind of happy they changed it a little bit, because just playing something you played for before, you know, beat for beat, it's just, it's like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. There's no surprises. I think it's kind of better this way.
They were pretty happy about that, weren't they?
Especially with being how long they're taking to make all the games. First announced in 2015, the last one's not going to come out until 2027, so imagine if we knew exactly what was going to happen and you're waiting 12 years just to play it. At least we have something to speculate about, guess, and
Never mind the proto-relic.
every time you go through the game you pick up a little bit more
Send us the coordinates.
about the new story. Because this is not a one-for-one remake. I hear a lot of the other content creators like, well, you know, it's like 90% the same story. It's mostly all the same. It's really not. Like, it's not at all. Like, the events unfold, like, very differently. Like, they could say it, like, the key things still happen in the same way. Kind of. But even right from the beginning, like,
Hope it wasn't.
for instance, Chapter 1, when you're going through the Nibelheim incident, if you played the OG, that's not how the Nibelheim flashback went.
This is quite the cut of mead.
Like, they had Sephiroth and Cloud both very strong in that first chapter. If you played OG, you know that one of the cool things about that flashback was that it showed how much stronger Sephiroth was than everybody else.
Gotta say, it's kind of
He had like 3,000 HP. He took out
To steal one.
enemies with one regular attack. while Cloud had like
Oh, at
300
least with the Steel
HP,
Sky, you know your limits. Out here,
and it would take him forever to take down one of those
I kinda get what
monsters.
Aerith was saying now.
Yeah.
Like the OG did a good job of illustrating,
Hey, look!
like, all right, here's Cloud, you know, quote unquote Cloud, and he's a quote unquote soldier
I never dreamed I'd
struggling
be
to
able
take out
see
these
up close like
monsters.
this.
So he's like one of the strongest people on the planet, struggling to
Wait,
take
we
out
have
this
to get a
monster.
photograph. Grab the camera.
And then in contrast, you have
Come on.
Sephiroth just
Gather round, everyone.
one sword swipe, and that's that.
Say cheese! Oh,
And in this game, that's not how it was portrayed. Like, Cloud is able to hold his
so,
own,
snap any good shots?
not nearly as strong as
I hope
Sephiroth,
so.
but
It just showed up. I could barely hold my
basically
camera.
Cloud leads the way to the
Really?
Mount
Couldn't tell from
Nibble.
a shot like this.
And that's not how it happened in OG. And that's just the very beginning of the game.
Well, I haven't looked this happy since I was a lad.
Then when you're leaving
Precious
Com,
moments
you
like
meet
these
Broden,
make Condor watching so exhilarating.
who must have been an
You never know
ex-soldier.
what to expect. Well, Scouts, let's
I don't
finish
think he was
writing
in
up
the
today's
original
report
game.
and start preparing for our next fateful encounter.
Sir,
And hopefully next time we'll be able to snap a clear picture.
Then you
of
meet
that
Billy
bird.
again in the grasslands.
Miss, I'd like you to have this as a souvenir.
The Midgar ends up being different.
Nice face.
You
Cloud.
didn't fight him in OG. You just see him like impaled on like a tree, more or less. This time we actually see Sephiroth / Nova kill the Midgar. So just those examples, just right there, that's a lot of big differences. Then you go to the Mithril Mines, which in OG was about all of 5 minutes, if that. They made that into like an hour-long dungeon, and you face Elena and Rude, which doesn't happen in the OG either. And you're already following Black Robes, which you weren't doing that in the OG until you get on the boat to Costa del Sol. Junon. You did meet Priscilla in the original game. And that dolphin does help you to get to above Junon. But you sneak onto the boat in the original game. And you don't talk face to face with Rufus. That never happened in the original game either. Like, Rufus is playing a much bigger part in these games, which I have no problem with, because he's obviously a big character. By making these games a lot longer, they're able to give all these characters much more backstory and bigger roles, even the smaller characters. I'm not sure what I was doing here. Maybe I was making something to eat. You could fast forward a minute or two until you see some movement, I suppose. Come on, Jay. Pick up the controller. There we go. Always try to get your transmuter level as high as you can, as quick as you can. Especially for the armor. Like in beginning and middle game, you don't want to be walking around with 2 materia slots on your defensive items. Once you get to hard mode towards the end game, you'll have 2 8-slot armor pieces. Is it 2 or 1? I'm pretty sure it's 2. 2 8-slot ones, and I think 1 or 2 7-slot ones that you get in Temple of the Ancients. And you definitely need all of those when you're fighting like the end game challenges. Like the end game boss gauntlet, it can be difficult on hard, but it's by far it's not the hardest fight in the game. There are Chadley challenges that can be very tough unless you have like your materia right and you know what you're doing. So for the rest of this episode, mostly we're going to be knocking out what's left of the world intel, and I think at the end we're going to do the last Fort Condor fight 4 on normal.
Ugh. I don't like the look of this. Rare Tonadu variant identified. Commencing guidance protocol.
Okay, I remember doing this. If you want to skip a couple minutes ahead, I beat this guy, but I don't pressure him. I believe you have to dodge one of his attacks in order to pressure him. See, I can't read it from the TV, so like, not the TV small, but the screen is small. Let's see. But when you're fighting them and you assess them, you'll be able to see what it says. I'm pretty sure there's certain moves that you have to dodge in order to pressure them. And I think poisoning them helps. But the first 2 times I fight him, I don't manage to pressure him, and I like getting all the stuff out of the way the first go. So I fight him twice, I don't get it done. I get it done on the 3rd time. So if you want to skip to about 26 minutes, 27 minutes, and once you do pressure him, and that's all good. Pressure stagger time. Like I said in some of the previous videos, my goal for this first one through is to get basically all the world intel done that we were able to do. That way, when we play it on hard mode, basically all we'll have to do are the quests that are only available in hard mode. And there's a lot of Chadley fights that you have to do. Then like Musclehead Coliseum, you know, the Corel Desert fights. There's a lot of like side fights. And you have the Gilgamesh quests. Those ones are fun too. Gilgamesh can be tough too, even on normal, if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, so like I said, I don't get it done this time either. If you want to fast forward another like minute and a half.
They build their nests far from civilization, raise their young in pairs. Often fall to forces returns. Unfortunately, when food scarce, they occasionally venture into towns and cities where they have been known to attack humans. As Shinra's activities continue to disrupt the ecosystem, attacks will only grow more frequent. On that note, please take care not to become a staff during your investigation. Scanning the immediate surroundings.
Yeah, slow going. I apologize. I would advise fast forwarding to like 27:30 or 28 minutes in the video. I know I don't get it done here. It doesn't pretty sure I don't.
While that was glorious, I can't give you full marks. Objectives yet remain. Rare Tonadu variant identified. Commencing guidance protocol. During this time of year, Tonadus migrate to the Junon region to seek out mates. They build their nests far from civilization, raise their young in pairs. Often falls to the males to search for food.
Keep it together.
Unfortunately, when food is scarce, they may occasionally venture into towns and cities where they've been known to attack humans. As Shinra's activities continue to disrupt the ecosystem, such attacks will only grow more frequent.
You ready?
On that note, please take care not to become a snack during your investigation. Come on! Keep it up! You've got this under control!
I got pressured. I think it was from a dodge.
Come on.
But I would assess them just to make sure. And when you are fighting flying enemies, you're better off using a different party, like Cloud, Barret, and Arab, or Cloud, Barret, and Yuppie.
All objectives complete!
They're good against flying enemies.
A lot of great data, thanks to you!
Tifa and Red have trouble hitting flying enemies. Tifa's like in the middle. She could get in the air, at least. Red has trouble with flying enemies, for sure. And Tifa's not as good with flying enemies as she is on the ground, but she's not completely useless. But you're much better off using Barret or Yuffie. Or if you're using magic, of course Aerith is your best magic user. I think I'm trying to get that fiend intel, but I came at it from the wrong angle. So I'm going to that activation tower. I'm at it from the south. When I get a chance, I'm going to timestamp everything. So if you're watching these videos, like say chapter 4, and there's a certain part that you're looking for, like, I need to activate this tower, I need to activate this life spring, or fight this fiend, I'll timestamp everything precisely so that you'll be able to just go to the part of the video that you need. So far, this is going to be the longest. Actually, I started chapter 9, but chapter 4 is going to be 8 episodes, all close to an hour long, because I did all the world intel.
I got this.
And we're actually under 30 hours going into Chapter 9. I think we're gonna knock out all the world intel for Corel. We'll move on to Gongaga. Then after that, we'll just have Gongaga, World Intel, Cosmo Canyon, and Nibelheim. And then, like, the water quests. But the Eastern continents are completely done already. Which is nice. So I was kind of surprised how quick getting through Eastern continents. This one I don't get, because I know it's better to come back later when you're stronger, because they can fly up at any time using that soothing breeze. So if you want to get that second requirement, it's better to do it when you're more powerful. Just hopefully you can take them out in a couple hits. Because they can basically do that move whenever. And all they have to do is fly up into the air. They'll just be pulling your hair. It's better to just come back here. You're like level 40 or something. That was Fiend Intel 2. I don't think I tried to do this again. I think I knew better. I hope. I think it's time to go visit the Moogles, Kupo. Should have been up there. Turn around. Turn around, jackass. Get in the chocolate. Jesus, this is a mess. There you go. Go up. There you go.
Rounding up all the Mooglets for me?
If the Moogles get stunned, you can actually pick them up with L2. And just run to that treehouse, but you're very slow when you're picking them up. Last one. There you go.
Thanks so much, Kupo! I really can't thank you enough for bringing all the Mooglets back. It's such a relief the Emporium that Mog and Mag built together won't have to close down. You're a lifesaver, Kupo!
Yeah, it looks like we got a live stream, live spring next. Live stream spring next. There we go. Yeah, you climb up those steps over there. Here we go. That was Expedition Intel 3. And about 3/4 of the world intel is done.
Your combat data has revealed the location of the mind flare lurking in the Junon region. It said this eldritch horror devours the brains of its victims. We cannot turn a blind eye to this threat.
Yeah, that mind flayer battle can be... It's all about knowing your opponents in this game. Like, the mind flayer has no weaknesses. But if you use synergy abilities, that'll pressure him. And if you know what his attacks are, then you're able to avoid him. Because he has like a one-shot. He like picks up a rock and like basically chucks it at you. And like these little purple orbs to get you that do heavy damage. Fiends Intel 3.
We won't hold back.
Remember to assess those ways.
It's on you.
Thus allowing them to emit as defense against predators. I won't. Steroid that
Taken over.
blades may also be forced. After all, nature is said to be the survival of the fittest. We too pursue our objective with a passion that burns bright as the ignis scale, analyzing biological data.
Don't give up.
Wow! What a climb!
Beat them! Here! There's the elephant! Come on! Take that!
Spectacular!
See ya!
I see you haven't completed your
They didn't
objectives.
stagger any of them?
Well, you're always welcome to make another attempt.
how do you plan to do that?
Why, by way of resonance, of course. I can use my gorgeous vocal vibrations. Like so.
Alright, Mai, you've had your fun. Now then, your latest triumph has allowed me to create a new combat trial.
Rare igneous variant identified. Diamond protons. As they rise to the lower end of the food chain, they're exceptionally skittish creatures.
Guess it's my turn.
Actively regulating their body temperature, thus allowing them to emit heat as a defensive measure. Their abilities that these fire displays may also be employed in mating rituals. After all, nature is said to be a survival of the fittest. Feeling chilly? Okay. That burns as bright as you ignorant steel. So I'm cheering for you. Updated team intel.
Gotta be careful.
All right, watch and learn. Give 'em hell.
I'm coming. This one's for you. Why don't you
Taking over.
Congratulations! You managed to complete all intel objectives.
Oh, we are almost done with this world intel. Going to the last Phoenix, I forget what we call him. It's just called Summon Intel, not Divine Intel. Pretty sure we already got the other two for Phoenix, so this should be the last one. just
son.
got done with
You
a little
located
intel.
and analyzed. Thanks to you, Phoenix's flames will note. Though you have yet to obtain the you'll first need to confront the Divine via the combat simulation.
Yeah, it's just the last Fort Condor game and the Mind Flayer. Getting to this last Fort Condor game is a little bit tricky. Like, you can't necessarily follow the map. It's the way you get there is kind of tricky, so I would pay attention to the way I go from here. Here's a Choco stop, so you can use that as a reference. If you want to teleport to there, then go up this wall right here. I hope I'm going the right way. No, I remember I went the right way. But you can see what I mean. There's a lot of different ways to go, so can't get a bit confusing over here. Another choco stop over here. And remember, if you stay on your chocobo, you pick these signs up way faster. It's about 1.5 seconds compared to about 6 or 7 seconds for Cloud to pick it up. All those seconds add up in a game that's this long. Especially if you want to get the Platinum Trophy. That's kind of why I'm doing these videos. We're going into Chapter 9, I think about 28 hours in. So if we're going to get all the world intel, I still have about half of Corel to do. All of Gongaga, which is a lot. There's a lot in Gongaga. There's a lot in Cosmo Canyon. Nibelheim's not as bad. Nibelheim, you could, it's not short, but there's nowhere near as much as Gongaga or Cosmo Canyon. And even when all that world intel is done, there's still a lot to do. You have all the hard mode mini games. You have the Musclehead Coliseum. You have all Chadley's fights. You have Gilgamesh. You have the quest on the water. You have all the Queen's Blood matches. There's a lot. And there's also your relationships. You have to make sure you answer all these questions right. When you get to the play, I think you have to, there's a certain rating you have to get.
May proceed when ready.
So this is stage 4 of Fort Condor. I'm not sure if I beat it the first time, we'll see.
Is this the captain?
I know I go with an offensive set,
Many moons have
and this one is not easy
far
for
too
sure.
many to recall.
Especially on hard mode. Hard mode is definitely hard.
Yet my treasure still eludes. Not I've gleaned.
But like the first two stages of 4 Condor, you don't have to play that great, and you can still win. The third one's kind of in between. Like maybe you could get lucky. This one you can't get lucky. You really have to play well to beat this one.
Rest assured, we won't hold back.
Fine. If it's a fight you want, you got it.
There's 2 units of each color, so it's really up to you. Tifa does a real lot of damage. I might recommend her for this fight. I think that's what I end up using. I know we use the offensive focus units. Alright, so it looks like we went with Cloud and Barret this time. See how it turns out. They have 3 units on the right coming out, 2 on the left, so yeah, this one is no joke. Ray goes no way to here. It's crazy. I got my trebuchet. The trebuchet did take out 2 of his. So 3 units he sent on the right, all dead. My right turret's almost gone, but he did manage to stay alive, which was pretty big. Why the fuck did I do that? Goku's having something fierce. Yeah, you want to fight Jiren. Yeah, it's a Jiren double power up. So we beat off into Yeah, so it says he has no red units left, but he just sent out a red unit. This is what's kind of confusing. That's the only thing with the trebuchet. Sometimes it'll miss guys completely if your guys don't go to meet him in the middle. Yeah, too much time's gone by. I apologize. Go to the next one. But like I said, learn from my mistakes. If you see, you watch a video that I don't win, don't repeat the mistakes I make. The boss is green, so I think you do want to use Tifa. No, I didn't do it again. But red is more effective against green, so. should time the trebuchet better. Should account for the second it takes for them to come out. But that left unit, see, it took out more than half his health one shot. Look at that, those guys on the right took out one shot, it looked like. Lost my right turret. I almost lost my left one too, but managed to hang on. Yeah. I'm always a little too that you can make the cleric out. Should move the trebuchets up a little bit from where I have them. That way they go like into that funneled area in between. See how they're coming up short? You want to land in that middle area where people get so you want to place it like right behind your turret or like almost next to it. Minutes left. I gotta put down another blue unit so I can get Cloud out there. Okay, he's down. This was looking good. Get Cloud out there. This video gets cut short. I think I actually don't see the end of this one because I had to shorten it a little bit. So, AMSSJ, this was part 5 of Chapter 4, Junon. I'm going to try to pick up right where we left off in part 5. I'll see you guys later. Peace.